It is the final stream of the year, and what better day than today to celebrate your amazing work on the DK30 projects. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with DK30, DK30, if you go to our website, day9.tv, and you just click on this DK30 tab, we do something a few times a year where we all think of something we want to try to get done with in 1 month's time, in 30 days. And then we can all start our projects on the same date so we can give support, advice, encouragement, and share our successes and failures with one another. We center it on our Discord over here. You can create little projects with our project tracker here. All of this is totally optional. These tools, even interacting with other humans while you do it, totally optional. The goal is for you to have some company while you make some progress on something you're looking to improve on. And so we like to look at some of them at the end of the year, just kind of see what people have been doing. And I want to talk a little bit about mine, which is quite simple. Over the pandemic, I put on a bunch of weight, and to be honest, I don't really feel that guilty about it. I was just like, well, everything's really stressful. I'm going to eat. When I was young, people were always like, oh yes, no matter if you can eat a bowl of granola and a little bit of yogurt, put on weight. Your metabolism slows. I have not yet hit this mystery. Every time that I gain weight, it's because I'm eating a lot. And I think it's time to start losing weight by not eating a lot. Yeah! Also, as part of this, I wanted to just kind of like also focus more on like general self-care, using really nice shaving soaps. I changed my skincare routine about a week ago, and my face immediately broke out horribly and felt really bad. Whatever. It'll be a process. And I know I just talked about 30-day projects, but I really intend on this being like a multiple month, probably all the way till the end of next year kind of goal. And I'm just going to keep tracking my stuff here. And I think the thing that I was really, really happy about over the last 60 days or so is I started doing regular weighings when I would go to the gym. I got sick about 2 weeks ago and like am just about starting to recover. My cough is still kind of there, so I haven't actually gone to the gym because I figure it's probably nice not to infect people. But one of the things that I was really pleased with is portion control. I am someone who's really bad at not doing things. I need to do things. So for me, when it came to things like snacking or having like a beer when I would watch TV in the evening, it's way easier for me to just replace that with tea, to do a different replacement activity. Oh, I'm feeling kind of like I want a snack. Maybe I will just go do something active, like play a game of Dota or read a book that actually requires a little bit of participation on my part. And what was really nice is just seeing my weight slowly meander its way down. And over the last 60 days, it's been incredible to just not want to eat as much. I know that might not, maybe for you that sounds like, yeah, that seems pretty normal. But like, there's times when I'm eating and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm full. I think I'm just good. And then I stop, as opposed to trying to eat the plate itself and everything on top of it. And hey, I'm kind of thinking end of next year, I want to be as close to 200 as possible. For those of you that are curious, this is what, it's like 113 kilograms ish. And then I'm 6'4" for comparison. So I'm about 3 pounds per inch right now. So I'm 193 centimeters. So hoping to eventually get down to 200. And if I don't, it's fine. If I get to like 210, I'm still happy, right? I'm just really pleased that I'm taking more care of myself, being more cognizant of those sorts of things. That feels great. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff that people have been working on. Exploring the world of VFX and Unreal Engine Tuesday. Twitch says the creativity theme is a perfect opportunity to do something artistic. I want to play around with Niagara particles and make cool visual effects with Unreal Engine. I'd like to have fun exploring all the different knobs and features. I'm committed to sharing every effect that I make here. This is like a really good example of like a structured way of being unstructured. I have found that a lot of the times when I've set myself up for failure with projects, it's when I say something like, I want to create the VFX of a really cool ability system in a game I'm going to make in Unreal. Like, it's the kind of thing where the ambition is higher than the skill set, and I'm hoping that the ambition will bring me towards being able to succeed at the skill. But like, I love this. Hey, I'm going to spend 30 days just playing around, just messing around a little bit, seeing how things go. And then afterwards, say in 2024, Tuesday, might take this and go, now I'm specifically going to make something with the knowledge that I have. I'm a real believer in this idea of separating yourself into different brains. Like, hey, here's the producer brain that's going to plan for a little bit. Now here's the doer brain that isn't going to think about planning. It's just going to execute on what the producer brain came up with last month. And so, looking at some of the stuff that Tuesday made, look at this. Look at this Portal VFX. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Little sparks flying out. Oh, yeah, we're looking at it from the sides. Oh, we're going through the portal. Oh, yes. This is what I mean. It's just a VFX unattached to anything specific. It's not like, oh, is it a portal that's going to be like the portals in the video game Portal? Is this a level? Is there a puzzle? Like, oh, look, various blend modes available in Unreal and tried out Alpha Composite. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I don't like Alpha Composite, but... Ooh, look at Particles end of week 1 Particles. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. And, I have watched some videos of people that have made VFX, and one of the things that is really funny to me about a lot of modern, slick VFX is on step 1, 2, and 3, it looks really cheesy. And then step 4, it suddenly leaps to one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And then 5 and 6 is these really subtle things I wouldn't have thought of. There's like so many VFX that, I mean, if we look at this, these particles are simple crosses with no extra effects on them. And like these, with just some extra rotation and like different trajectories on them, just suddenly it's like transformatively magical. Oh, hell yeah. First particles. Yeah. Bubbles, bubbles. Ooh, I like the lighting effect on the roof. Dude, that's really nice. Those little bits of light. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Tuesday Twitch. This is why I love going through these projects. Like, I see them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. I want to do that. I could do that. Took 30 days. That was it. Charmander09 says, renovating flooring, our ground floor. The goal of this project is to remove all carpet and install laminate flooring on our entire first floor. Currently, we have a carpeted area along with 2 vinyl areas located at the front door and the kitchen. Our house is very messy right now, so the first goal will be to clean/declutter the area. Oh my God, I am so glad you brought that up. Holy. I actually think that when it comes to our house tasks, we've run into this a number of times where we're like, we want to reorganize that area of the house. And as it turns out, the only way that we can ever get around to cleaning up or to reorganizing that area of the house is to first clean the whole thing, throw a bunch of stuff away, go through all the boxes that we haven't gone through, sort them, then chuck the stuff out. And look at this, it's done. Thanks to a bunch of you in the Discord who've kept me motivated to keep going. I'll eventually continue doing this upstairs, but that's it for DK30. Dude, where is... Look at the laminate flooring. Look at that. And look at your huge punching bag in the middle. Oh my God, look at that. Dude, it looks so nice. I actually think your house is crazy cute. Oh, yeah. Dude, this just looks really clean. This looks really, really clean. And of course, I deeply respect the fact that you have a cat castle right there. We have multiple cat objects, in fact. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I can see some of these things taped up here. Dude, hell yeah. How long did this take to do, Charmander? I'm actually quite curious. Well, I need to wait for the construction adhesive to dry in the last transition trim piece, but after that, we're all good. Still clean up the area. I'll be posting pictures. Should be within the next few days. Dude, oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna open up the before. It's about a month and a half here. All right, hold on. I just have to copy out the images. Yo, dude, what you did, so good. Yeah, because here's the carpet and here's the tiling, and the laminate looks so much nicer. Tremendous is the worst part was having to bust up the mortar under the tile. Oh my god, I can imagine. Oh my goodness. We're going to come all the way back here. Hell yeah, Charmander. Adam Babel says, my first programming project, the Tarot app. The Tarot app aims to supply users with readings as well as a deciphering of cards pulled from a physical deck. I dreamt of this returning a sort of tarot verbatim assessment of the cards, where users can give certain information and get hyper-detailed explanation of the cards back. Or for DK30. Ow, my back. I want a decent first version. As such, the primary objective of this project is simply to program more. Secondary objective is to end up with something I'm confident enough to post publicly in GitHub. I've talked about this with game devy stuffs. Also, I'm going to stand up. Just feel like standing. Like, the idea of... Well, I mean, like, think about what we were talking about with Tuesday Twitch's VFX stuff before. It's so easy to come up with something that's really ambitious. And how do you, like, super pare down the ambition and make it, like, 3 or 4 steps? And, hi, sweetheart. Here, you're blocking the light. Come here. There you go. All right. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, when we were looking at with Tuesday Twitches about like, yeah, I'm just playing around in Unreal trying to learn some stuff, right? It's scoped down, it's pared down, it doesn't have too much of an uphill battle. And here, just saying, hey, I want to program more, and I'm going to do a tarot reading app. Tarot cards and tarot readings have all sorts of very clear follow-along instructions. Draw this card, then read this blurb. Draw this card, then read this blurb. And the idea of just saying, yeah, I want to learn to program more, so I'm going to take something that is of interest to me personally and just program something. That's amazing. So, let's see here. And look, here's the final update. Yeah, I'm very pleased with the first draft of the Tarot app. This is the first Python project I've ever written completely on my own, and I'm floored. Everything I wanted out of the project I got. Woo, there's a rarity. I've failed like half the projects I've tried to start on DK30. Much clearer idea of where I want to take this app, and I'm genuinely enjoying the work. Not only did I get the first version finished, but I also took a wild detour and decided to learn SQL. And I know I'm supposed to say SQL, but you just can't get me to do that. I'm a self-taught programmer, and I'm missing a lot of foundational knowledge, but I'm still quite pleased with this project and my progress. And dude, look at some of these GIFs down here. Hello, what do you want to do? Oh. Get a full reading. Show me the cards. Dude. Oh, yeah. I mean, this honestly looks a lot nicer than any first programming project I've seen. It's got the art loaded. It's honestly got some nice choice of typeface. It's just like a lot of attention to detail. Let go of where you are now. Focus on. Let go of the 3 of Wands. Past, present, and future. Doop, doop, doop. The 5 of Cups. The 9 of Hearts. Oh my gosh. Dude, yes! What an incredible job. I just got Udemy certified in SQL, which I will never ever pronounce as SQL, as you know. This is amazing. I love the code in the background. That's very sexy. And of course, if any of you are interested in checking it out, you can go to github.com/bugslayer88. Look at this. Bugslayer88. Look, there's everything. And it's not the way that my first programming projects were, which is every single bit of script and data is in a single class file. You know that's how I do it. Oh, brilliant, Adam Babel. Oh, brilliant. From Z Sakura, Beyonce Body 2, #PowerHot25. Hell yes, Z Sakura. Let me tell you, 2024 is going to be our year. Starting October 30th through the end of DK30, build habit of exercise to hit my dragon boating coach's request that anyone on the team hoping to go to Ravenna, Italy in September 2024, damn. To the international competition should each paddle, swim, run, indoor cycle, purg, erg, or exercise for over 25 miles every week. Thus, Power Hot 25. This means planning when I exercise and how I exercise efficiently, committing to those workouts and doing them, making sure I stay healthy by doing my physical therapy and stretches, checking in here, day night Discord with my coaches and partner to recognize my progress and reinforce a habit. Start tracking progress for 1 week, or for week 1 when DK30 officially starts, and just track with comments prior to the official start date. Dude, there's something that we talk about a lot with DK30 projects, which is you can control inputs, but you can't control outputs. Like, if I want to try to lose weight, I can't just say, oh, I want to lose 15 pounds in the next month. I don't have control over the output. What I have control over is the input, like, I will go to the gym 5 days a week. Now, obviously, these inputs correlate to outputs. If I'm going to the gym regularly and if I am eating healthy and things like that, the weight should, generally speaking, come off. But maybe, for whatever reason, maybe there's, something with as simple as just like how my genetics work or how my thyroid works. Like, I have known people that just, they lose weight more slowly, but they lose weight. And so, like, targeting the output can be a way to set yourself up for emotional and mental failure. What if, for some reason, you're someone like me that drinks an insane amount of water and you just have a lot of water weight on you? I'm sort of repeating myself at this point, but again, there's all manner of ways in which, by overly focusing on the output, you can just be like really bummed out. Oh, I drank a ton of water recently and I put on some weight when I weigh, oh my God, I'm failing. Doing something like I will try to exercise for over 25 miles every week becomes an input that is very trackable, very attainable, and there you go. Freedom size to drink water can make you gain weight. What? No one told me that. I mean, let me tell you something. It is actually quite strange to weigh yourself, drink a bunch of water, and weigh yourself. And be like, oh my God, I just drank 2 pounds of water. What? I mean, 2 pounds of water is actually not that much. But anyways, I think this is great. This means, where is it? Yeah. And say, hey, we on fire. Power Hot 25 shall continue. That's what I'm talking about, Z Sakura. Oh, yes. And dude, so first of all, the fact that you did 8.1, 10.8, and 7.9 miles on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this is insane to me. This week looks a lot more reasonable. Doing 3.2, 4.6, and I see we have the dark blue. We have the grape-colored cells being a little lower. Hey, but still hitting 26. And for me, this was when I just got, like, some cold flu-looking thing. Like, dude, getting sick just ruins everything. I'm amazed that you still went 7 miles, because let me tell you, like, I would have had all white cells here. But hey, look at this. Starting to recover and zoop, going right back to it. Staying just damn consistent. Look at these last 4 weeks. Holy. These Chris says, purple is walking only, by the way. Yellow is a mix of exercises. I'm counting every step I take that my watch captures. Aha. This is some great tracking. Yeah, I have a little spreadsheet where I track, where I try to just weigh myself once a week and generally keep some notes about how much I'm working out, because I like having some information that is tracking how the progress is going. But again, I get very leery of trying to weigh myself every day. I've done that, and it was just like wiggly. Or I would like be super dehydrated and a little sick, and then I'd lose weight over the course of those few days because I was so sick, because I was puking. Hey, look how great the weight loss. I mean, it was like so bad when I was weighing it every single day. But dude, spreadsheets are the greatest. Can't believe you got food poisoning and bounced back. That's incredible. Hell yeah, Z-Sakura. Non-toxic mercury. MTG basic land cycle. I want to paint my own basic land cycle in oil paint. If I finish it in time, it'd be fun to scan photo them and print some proxies. The painting should have some geographical themes running through, but preferably be quite diverse, but realistic or grounded. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, and we have some sketches for some swamps, some sketches for some more, some islandy stuff, some foresty stuff. Oh, Look at our first mountain. Dude, this second pass looks so good. Oh my god, yeah. And I love how this looks very dragon scaly. We got our mountains. Let me just control minus so we can actually get the whole thing in the frame. Oh yeah, dude, we got some swamps. Oh yes. Oh, we got some green for the big green men. Bringing it in. Oh, dude, yes. Dude, the God Rays coming in. What medium is this? This is oil paint icon. Oil paint. Uh-oh, it's island clock. I really think that small details like this branch that's in the front, it's just nice. Unnecessarily sweet, swirly rocks. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Updated islands. Yes, we even got some more nice whites on the crests of the waves. Oh, yeah. Oh, 4 is done. 1 to go. Yes. Oh, my God. And we got, Plain Sketch V1. And wait for it. Dude, Plain Sketch V2. I shouldn't say sketch, I should say piece. Oh, my God. Yes. Post-finish update. Whoa. Feels really good to be able to finish this project. Shown as the reason I really started to play Magic and nerd out. Hell yeah. It's because of that I got into artwork, which is the main reason why I started to actually draw for real in the first place. This kind of ties together in a nice way. I've wanted to make my own basic land cycle since 2019, but I haven't had the skill yet to do it nearly any justice. I somewhat think I do now. Thank you, Day Nights. Thank you, Sean. Mwah! Non-toxic Mercury. I love this. Because there's something about... I think it is now more than ever at any time in human history. It is so easy to convince yourself that you're just not going to be good enough. If I say to myself, man, I want to make some electronic music, do you realize how easy it is for me to find 1,000 different artists within one day that are a million times better than me? Or, if I want to get in shape, getting on Instagram and just seeing these people that are just, they're so hot they look photoshopped. I mean, and probably in some cases they are. I mean, trying to do art, oh my God, I'll never be as good as XYZ. But every single one of those people, at some point, were getting their start. And I genuinely feel that if you are doing something and enjoying yourself, you're just destined to eventually get to be one of those kinds of people that people look at and go, man, how the hell are they so good? If you're just pursuing what you're enjoying and you're putting in time, you're bound to be able to do something like this. I really think that the coloring that you did on the water here especially is just it has that that shine when it's like dusk and dawn, that glisten that's on the water. This is really lovely. Forest. Oh, I've been wanting to ask you about this. This is a continuation of parts 1 through 8 of trying to create a fantasy tabletop role-playing game. Fantasy Tabletop is a TTRPG that I'm developing. It's a setting agnostic system catered to me because I enjoy the process, and why not? Yes, yes, yes. This is how it's done, baby. I'm making it for me because I like this, and there you go. I mean, gosh, I remember when Brandon Sanderson dropped his secret Kickstarter on everyone and said that one of the ways he deals with stress is that he writes stories. So he's just doing his own thing, just trying to cope during the pandemic. Writes 5 secret novels and kickstarts it and makes $42 million and makes his publishers cry. Yeah, make stuff that you enjoy. November DK30 is to finish entering race descriptions and begin to enter class subclass descriptions. PDF. Can I? I'm gonna click this and then I'm gonna double check to see what happens off screen. Believe that this is very much first draft and is done to be play tested. Not only will there be grammatical errors and continuity issues, all content is subject and likely to change, such as terms and names, features, formatting, and so on. If you're interested to learn more, feel free to reach out via Discord. Hell yeah. And one of the things that I wanted to read, actually, let me do this and first go to the PDF. What? What? Okay. Here it is, Fantasy Tabletop. And notice as I move my mouse, page 1 of 668. Like, I know that games are not about page counts, but this is a lot of writing. I'm on page 13 of 668. Yo. I'm going to go right to the middle. Dude. Just the sheer volume of creativity. Yo, what the hell? Oh my god, no wonder you prefaced like, hey, there's going to be typos and this is subject to change. I was expecting like 10 pages. That's what I would do. I would have done 10 pages and been like, done. Oh my god. We have so many. I'm going to go back to the table of contents. What is in this thing? Monsters. 200 pages of monsters. Magic items. How the magic system works. What is a spell? Casting a spell. Playing the game. Oh, God, it's so good. So lessons learned. What a tumultuous. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to scroll down and glance at this before reading it aloud. What a tumultuous month this DK30 was. Definitely turbulent in the levels of determination, motivation, and interest in meeting this month's goals. But now that I'm literally at the finish line, just wanted to do the revision, I'm excited about this project again. I think it's helped that I listed out all the things to do and crossed them off as I completed them again. And of course, you can see this list right here on the right of all the various things being crossed off. I haven't been consistent with listing every step every month since I started. It's nice to get to come in here and cross them out. It's like it reinforces to myself that that step is done and I can move on. Sure, many are familiar with the concept of not leaving well enough alone. Oh, God. Can't really think enough the concept of a DK30, Shaun of the Day Nights. I'd like to give another extra special shout out to Eric that a lot of the structure and execution of DK30 is literally Eric, straight up. Without any one of these, I would have never started this or continued it to this point. I've had a particularly bad year. Without this, I don't know how I would have coped. Truly wish everyone the best, and I'm excited to see what comes next. Still not sure if I want to release it to the public or not for free. Just can't imagine anyone liking it or finding it interesting, so I can't help but feel it would be a waste of time and energy. I also have no idea on where and how to even start researching on where and how to release it to the public. So the easiest thing to do would just be to not do that. Yeah, dude, take it little by little. Connect to some people. You know, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. I'm going to sit back down again. Just like I don't have to keep standing up. Yeah, do whatever the hell you want, man. And I just can't tell you how much I respect you saying, I did this because I'm the target. And I want to have me be happy. Again, I think now more than ever, it's incredibly easy to convince yourself, oh my God, if I'm not doing the most amazing thing ever, oh, what if I can't be the best in the world at it? Oh, that's going to be terrible. Like, no, just fucking make stuff and enjoy yourself. This is great. Now, forgive me. I've been talking for a little bit and I need to do something. I need to yawn. I can see my body is entering winter break mode already. And as a quick question, has our frame rate been mostly stable? Mostly stable? I know we're only in 720p on Twitch because this is all I have internet for. Even though I pay for 40 up. Whatever. Perfect. But, you know, one of the things that I wanted to touch on that I think is marvelous, because I've been following what Forest Archer has been doing for a long time. And I don't know about you, but basically since the pandemic began, that whole period was just terrible. It's horrible, man. Oh my God. Pandemic, wars, stressful news, not being able to see friends, jobs ending, industries doing massive layoffs. It's been like, oh my God, there's been so much stress. And I don't know about you, but I very often beat myself up when I'm feeling down or demotivated or tired Oh, I'm being so useless. I'm not doing anything. And I remember, I mean, some of you know that I founded a game studio, got funding for it earlier this year. That's been my main focus, certainly this year, but for, even before that. And it's funny because anytime one problem is solved, my brain goes, okay, cool, that's good. Let's go on to the next one. Oh my God, I'm so tired. This is going to be really hard to solve this problem. Okay, maybe this solution will work. Oh, that didn't work. Oh God, I'm going to take a day. All right, let's try to go again. Okay, finally we solved that. Okay, what's the next problem? And like, at no point does my brain actually celebrate what has gotten done. At no point in time is my brain going, wow, look at all the great stuff you've done, Sean, right? And recently, I had the opportunity to have some conversations about just, hey, what's been going on with the game studio, with some people that are not the public. Ah, that's right. I don't want any information going to the public because let me tell you something. I want to say nothing for as long as humanly possible. That's the best way to set expectations. But, because I'm not sharing things publicly, because I don't celebrate internally, it was almost invisible to me how much stuff had gotten done. Like, utterly invisible. Until I started to, have these kinds of conversations, again, very recently. And part of me was like, holy shit, there's a lot of stuff that's actually gotten done. What? And, look at this. Look at this. Page 3 of 668. I mean, oh my God, what an achievement to have done this. And I feel like it's such an inspiring thing to think about, Forrest Archer. The fact that you were saying what a tumultuous month, turbulent in terms of levels of determination, motivation, and interest. And it's kind of funny that if you fail 20 days of the month and succeed 10 days of the month, you can trick yourself into thinking that you suck, that you're not doing it. But then look at this. Here's 8 months worth of effort. Here's month 9 that we're seeing. And then there's part 10, the 10th month in a row. I mean, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible how much can get done even when psychologically you might be beating yourself up over what you haven't achieved. But that's the cool part about progress. If you were terrible 90% of the time and great 10%, you just take all the work you did during those 10% periods and lo and behold, amazing stuff. Griffin-shaped Warcraft illustration. I have a sketch I made a long time ago that I've always told myself I'd finish one day. Warcraft was very formative to me as a lover of games, but recent developments have made nostalgia for that time bittersweet. Ha ha! We're with Bobby Kotick being kicked to the curb come January. Woo! Let's go! I'd like to reclaim some of the love I have for that time in my life by finally finishing this piece at last. I intend to put in 1 hour of work per day. Hope to achieve a commercial quality piece by the end of the project. This is beautiful. Again, focusing on the inputs, 1 hour of work per day. Project completed. Image has been expanded to fit a 14-inch by 24-inch playmat with an error margin of a 1/4 inch on all sides and just for color for CMYK printing. This is so important. This has been a spectacular experience, and I'm very glad I've had this piece to add to my professional portfolio. And look at this. If you told me this was internal Blizzard concept art, I would go, yeah. I mean, that's... Oops. I mean, I think the way the light bleeds through on this is so incredible for framing, and also just like the translucency on the fur. Even just the way the licks of fire look on the log are so nice. Gosh, the hair and the teeth and the nose, they're so blizzardy. I mean, this is just incredible. And I want to read some more about this from the early periods. I mean, just looking at the process for this sketch. I mean, Okay, so there's something with concept art. So okay, I'm gonna go on a tangent a little bit. So with concept art, have any of you ever seen recently AI generated images where like the fingers look weird? Okay, I'm sure a lot of you have, but have some of you also seen where like the leather on their belt, for the character, it's just kind of like some brown smudges? And people love to point to that sort of thing, and they're like, ugh, oh my god, you can see there's too many fingers, oh, and all that. But also when they point to the smudging of like, oh, see how the foot is standing on the ground? It's so unrealistic. Actual concept artists do that shit all the time. Maybe not with having the wrong count of fingers, but for like, if I go to this part of the fire, like here, there's a lot of artists that will just put some smudges of yellow and orange and just kind of move on. What's happening with the bracer here, they'll just kind of put some smudges of paint and move on because it doesn't really matter. Eventually, when a 3D artist needs to actually model a character, those it needs to not be a smudge. It needs to actually be like, it is a bracer that is broken into 4 segments, not into 2 segments. You actually need the specifics. But a lot of the times you can just smudge some paint and move on. And something that I think is therefore really incredible is when someone has line work like this. Like, look at this bracer here for a moment. It is broken into 2 pieces. It has exactly 6 spikes here and 3 spikes here. And you can see here is where a joint would be for like, posability. This is really detailed. There is no ambiguity as to the number of wrappings on this leg, or how many fingers are here, or how many even fur elements there are. Each one of these is individually braided. And I think doing line work like this is fucking difficult as hell. And this requires so much skill to be able to do this. Areas like here, like in this crotch region, there's not a lot of detail. Yep, there's some simple stuff back here, but the main darkened lines, these 2 characters, I mean, holy shit. This alone is incredible. I mean, seeing this whole process, I feel like, is also so educational. I mean, Griffin shaped. What a gift to have shared every step of this process. I mean, you can even see how much more blue was introduced from what appears to be an open door coming from the other side of the camera. I mean, this is... Dude, congratulations. What a fucking baller. Unbelievable. From Tristan Weber. Since starting my new job and having much time to play music, I'd really like to get back into songwriting. So I'm hoping to just commit some regular time to it, starting with 30 minutes per day. I'll have to see what time of day or schedule works best as we go, but it will hopefully get easy once I go back on break starting just before Thanksgiving. And I think I adjusted the audio of this correctly. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ooh, what instrument is that? Oh my god, is that... It sounds like... It's like a horn that's being struck. Oh, I listen to a lot of music like this, man. I love that atmospheric cinematic. Oh, I feel... Oh, it's good stuff. Tristan says this was made for a friend's short film. Oh, that's so good. Oh my god. This is so nice. This is some summer love kind of vibe, man. Nope, summer's coming close to an end. God, I love that horn sound. Oh my, we're listening to this entire track. And if you don't like that, you can ban yourself from my chat. Oh, we're getting bigger spikes. Here we go. Oh, we're getting some dirty riffs. Oh my god. Oh. I want to know what happens when we get here. Dude, your friend who you did this for? That's a lucky friend right there. And then what happens? What? Blah. Oh, I love any sound like that. That howling synth. Oh, it's so good. Oh, the strings. Oh my god. Oh my god, get this on Spotify, man. I need this on my phone. Oh my god. Oh my god, bringing all the elements together again. That track is unbelievable. Oh my god, it's so good. I mean, I can't believe that shit. Holy shit, a human being made that and you're the human being? Holy, oh my god. Oh my god. The best time for me to be productive on things like this is first thing in the morning. Yep, ditto, my dude. Ditto, can't do anything in the evening except sit there. I get some nasty mental cycles when I'm not managing to be productive or make time for this. Sometimes I'd like to work on, or something I'd like to work on is giving myself a little more leniency and grace. Maybe this means decreasing the goal from being every day to instead being 3 to 4 times a week. Maybe I should try to couple my project work with some mindfulness or affirmations. Well, dude, if you need any affirmations, look no further than this chat. Oh my god. That was so good. I mean, so that isn't your job, songwriting? That's just not your job. That's just like a second thing you do. I'm starting to feel my face get hot with anger, Tristan. I can start to feel the fury boiling up inside, man. Oh, that's just, I mean, like, all joking aside, that's unbelievable, man. I can't believe we did that in 30 days. If you ever have more music, please come by and share it in the chat. I know I speak not just for myself when I say we'd be delighted. Super O Dance. I started a game called The Root Trees Are Dead during the most recent Global Game Jam. Yeah, no, I remember we got a chance to see this. It was so good. It's heavily inspired by Obra Dinn, so it is essentially one big puzzle. Instead of it being about solving murder, it's about piecing together a very large family tree, using context clues and by doing research on the most prominent members. Player starts with a list of names and leads, as well as a blank family tree. They must follow the leads, collect photos of the family members, and then place them on the tree in the right position with the correct names and occupations. Create a final update that covers the portion, the time period from the end of DK30 until the release of the game, and also includes a link to the game. And Super Odan chat says, hey, so day 9, the most important recent update is important and it's pretty long. Try to segment things, keep it interesting all the way through, but perhaps, unless you're feeling it, skipped the UI UX section. That's the most in the weeds section. I don't think you should launch the game itself for today for reasons I DM'd you about. Yeah, I haven't read these. I see I have a pile of missed messages from you, so my bad. But I did want to talk a little bit about The Root Trees Are Dead. I'm going to actually go down to... Like, look at the amount of views on The Root Trees Are Dead. Like, I mean, this is crazy. 1,000 views plays was my dream scenario, but now over 20,000 people have clicked the play button. I mean, this is incredible. Like, so The Root Trees Are Dead, we actually got the chance to see. Let me actually... Hold on, let me click here. So, I don't know, Super Odan, what's the reason why I shouldn't play this game on air? What's the reason why I shouldn't do this?
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Root Tree Corporation.
I mean, it's playing the audio.
Local aviation authorities have speculated that from the pilot's final communications, the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash.
All right, I'm going to mute this and see what's the reason why I can't do it. Okay, hold on. Let me just come here. Oh, okay, I see. Feel free to look at the tutorial and stuff. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So, I mean, by the way, is this music? Can I play this music, Super Odan? I will give the most non-specific summary. Now while I'm doing it, I mean, basically when it comes to, so I can play this music. Oh, thank God. So, you show us on stream, it's fine. Okay, great. I'm not going to click too far through. But Super Odan, I understand. This is on itch.io. You know, there's been a lot of updates since the last time I played it, and I know more updates are probably coming and that sort of thing. So we're not going to, like, go through it until you say to me, Sean, it's in definitive final state. But, I think what's really marvelous is, Super Odan, this was a game you did at the previous DK30 Game Jam. And it's amazing. What it reminded me of is those really interesting old Flash games that were almost like mixed media games. When we tend to think about modern games, it tends to be one mechanic and everything's built around that. Hey, this is a Dark Souls game, so it's really about a tight combat system, and then everything else is kind of layered around it. Super Meat Boy is a platforming game, and then all the puzzles are sort of built around that. But there's a lot of games, like in the Elden days, where in this game, there's like, you're being like a detective and you're like searching for things and you're like reading newspaper articles and you're looking at like photos and stuff, and this sort of like mixed media quality I think is both very nostalgic, but also is executed really, really well. And I absolutely think that you are super deserving of the 20K or so people that have played. I'm really excited for the definitive director's cut. Actually, Super Odan, how many more times should I click continue? All right, because I want to give people a tease, but again, I know I'm not going to play it until the definitive HD remaster remake director's cut. Do as much as you want? Fine. No one is retrieving blood relatives about to get wealthier. A lot wealthier. It's important to verify who's who. Hey, you're an expert at sorting out family trees. I'm going to give you a quick test. If you pass, you get the job. See what I mean? There's sort of like this interesting mixture of things. And of course, stylish presentation. Siblings join the family tree from oldest to youngest. The evidence in your possession appears here. Got milk potion. You can search the internet from here. And this... See what I mean by mixed media? And so, again, what is very nostalgic, what is very like, 2000s Flash vibes, is so much of the searching is not click one of 3 buttons on the screen. You actually have to type things in and like use your head to figure out what you're supposed to search for. And I think that one of the things that this contributes to is this feeling of surprise and wonder. Because again, if it's like, do you want to click button A, B, or C? And one of them is correct and the other 2 are not. When it's just type in a search term, it feels like there's infinite possibilities. So when you find the one that reveals a clue, it feels like you did it, like you're smart. Oh my god, you can degauss the screen. Can I turn off the monitor? Oh, it just exits. That's so good. Do these buttons work? Spider search. Dude. All right. All right, let me just look up Crash. All right. Dude. See, this sort of thing? All right, yeah, I'm absolutely going to look for myself. See, I love this shit. It's so good. Oh my god. I actually want to read this regrets section. Calling this section regrets is a bit clickbaity. Well, that's fine. In my profession, I do that shit all the time. Every creative project has flaws or pieces here and there that can be improved. It's common saying that games are not released, they escape. The big issue for me was always finding the balance of what to fix before I let it escape. It's a very real possibility. I spent a ton of time and energy invested in this game, and then released it, and then very few people would take the time to check it out. Anytime I decided to make a change to the game, I had to think, I'm releasing a free game that potentially only my friends are going to play, and half of them are already playtesting it. Is it worth my time to start over on X feature? The issues that I would have changed are nearly all symptoms of how this game started, and how the core state machine and logic that runs on it all was created over a weekend and then added to over and over. Yep, I hear you that. Hear you on that. Worse than the problems I knew about but chose to live with are the problems I couldn't know about. I wouldn't call them regrets, really, because they're not things I can personally fix as far as I'm aware. My game has a few unforeseen bugs in it due to the fact that it's been run WebGL instead of as an EXE. Some of them are pretty nasty. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, anytime you lose progress can be intensely frustrating. I mean, I feel that. I feel that. But, you know, there's something that I wanted to call out with respect to this, which is about failure. If I take StarCraft, which, as one-dimensional as it sounds, I think about a lot of things in life as through the lens of StarCraft, just because it's helpful as a framing for me. And there are times when I would say to myself, I want to test a new build, and I would play all day and win 10% of my games. And then all day the next day and win 20% of my games. And all day the next day, 30% of my games. And each day I'd be playing maybe 20 games. StarCraft Brood War games would be like 12, 15 minutes, something like that. And so, Kitten, please don't chew on my stuff. Thank you. And by the end of a month of doing that, my win rate might be way higher, like 80% or something like that with this particular build. And because of the short time frame, 1 month period of time, no one looks at that first week and judges you on it. No one looks at that first week and is like, dude, this particular game that you played was really, really bad, and you should not have done what you did on this particular game. Like, no one cares. They only care about how it's doing at the end. And everyone who has ever watched someone try to get good at StarCraft or try to get good at any game sees this endless parade of losses and struggles and learnings and lessons, none of which matter when you actually go and sit at the final tournament. And I kind of think about projects and work in life in this way. If you want to, say, work on a game, like what Super Rodan has done, you might spend a year working on it. And that is kind of like playing a year-long game of StarCraft. In fact, you should probably expect to lose in those initial games when you're trying to develop some new build, or to compare to game dev, when you're trying to learn this new skill and balance judging and critiquing your game with scoping it so that you actually have enough time to get stuff done on it with doing the actual activities that you need to do. Like, there's just so much balance work that winds up happening. And I think that in that regard, as long as you are continuing to create stuff, it's not a waste. If you continue to just make this game, hey, I have a new idea for another game, start making that one. Hey, I have an idea of what I could do to rework the first one. Go back and do that. As long as you are training yourself to just do shit, not to figure out how to make it perfect before you start, so that way when you're working on it, it's perfect. That's kind of like someone saying, I have a new build, and I'm not going to hit the find match button until I have the build perfect and there's a 100% chance that I win. Or, wow, let me be lenient and say I'm going to not play until I'm 80% certain I'll win. No, just like literally hit the find match button, lose a shitload of games, keep doing that, and then by the end of the month, you'll be in good shape. When it comes to deeper, bigger skills, things that take longer periods of time, you might actually be spending 3 months working on a game dev prototype, or 6 months, or a year, or 2 years. And as long as you're just continuing to convince yourself to make shit, over the course of 10 years, you will have, most importantly, had a really fun and compelling experience, fun and compelling time. But 2, you likely will have way higher chances of having successful stuff exist if you've been diligent about just making yourself create stuff. You'll have like 15 little projects, and you might have 2 good ones. And guess what people are going to judge you on? Just the 2 good ones. They're not going to give a shit about the 13 failed ones. Just the good ones. So more than anything, if you have interest in making something or interest in creating, I cannot encourage you enough to just go make it. It's always worth it. Even if this is guaranteed to be a failure, just keep making. Just keep making, keep making, keep making. Then you'll eventually be someone like Super Rodan, who's getting 1,000 views and plays a day. I'm very, very excited for the final build, Super Rodan. Please do message me. Llama Tech. AI coloring books says, I will ask different AIs, e.g. Adobe Firefly, to create line art images and use those as inspiration for drawings. At the end of 4 weeks, I'll have 28 different drawings. With the last 2 days, if I find the energy and time, I will start the coloring process. This is well shit. Okay, wait. Oh my god. Yeah, so probably had some interruptions. We'll come back to this in a second. But Clockwork Elisa, thanks for the 10 gifted subs on our final day of the year. The final day of the year. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we are gonna talk briefly about AI. Now I do want to express some very, I mean, these are just sort of known things. Like, there are some real copyright and ownership issues around AI. Like, if someone trained an AI on all my day 9 dailies and then automatically generated dailies using my voice and my work to make new content, it's like, well, hey, I'm the one that created all the work that you're training it on. Hey, what the heck? You know, and I know that there's been a lot of discussion around artists having concerns about it and this sort of thing. Absolutely, that's like super straight up true. And I kind of expect there'll be laws created in different ways of doing licensing, or I've even heard of companies getting a untrained AI brain and then training it on the art that is generated internally. So they own everything, they own all the training data, and then they use it to help speed up their own internal processes, things like this. I think that there's a lot of, frankly, lazy, dumb business suits that are just like, oh, and I'll just have AI write the story, do the animation, and figure out what the story should be. And it's like, do we really think that this is going to be that great? Because it seems right now like you're just kind of hoping that you have found a magic bullet when it is just not so magical. But one of the things that I think is really critical and really important to acknowledge right now for individuals is that AIs can be a great little assistant. I like to think of AIs as being like a really nice, having like a junior employee who is always willing to help you out. Like, hey, I've written this email. Can you figure out how to restructure this section? Because I'm not exactly sure if this makes sense. Hey, here's 4 suggestions. Okay, those are all terrible. Can you give me 4 more? Okay, this one's actually okay. Oh, actually, this makes me think of something good that I want to do. And so on and so on and so on. And I think that having little assistance, not just in terms of AI, but just generally, some kind of assistance when you're working on a project is enormously helpful. That's what DK30 is, right? Here is a structure of coming up with something to get done with in 30 days. And we're all going to start at the same time. It's just an assistant structure to help people make progress on things. And I think this is really clever to come up with images as inspiration and do a sketch on it. So here's the AI generated original, and then doing a quick sketch. And I mean, there's obviously lots of excess elements. And hey, look at the sort of core line work that was actually gleaned. Llama Tech says, I used it for more than an assistant. Well, I genuinely do think that this is an incredibly clever way to get some help of, like, it's almost going, hey, draw this, focus on the line work for this. Right? Like, here's AI generated original. And here's, again, the core line work. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people, when they first start off trying to draw, have tracing paper to just get kind of used to seeing how certain shapes are intersecting. And, because Llama Tech says, I just need more experience drawing. It's brilliant to say, I'm going to have the AI generate stuff that then I try to draw to just give myself experience drawing, because then it eliminates a huge part of the decision work. Like, hey, you're just going to draw this superhero. And I think that, like, the specific lines that you're choosing to illustrate are really, really clever. I mean, it's like capturing the essence. I mean, there's like all these little wiggly, frilly bits and just generating. This is Superhero 05. I mean, it's just great. Ugh. I think this is just very clever. Infinity says, why not just do that with the original art drawn from an artist already, though? Yeah, you could do that too. You are absolutely able to do that as well. Dude, I love undersea life and undersea creatures. And by the way, I like the touches you put here with these little spirals that I actually didn't see as a motif here at all. I remember when I was taking a electronic music class where the goal was to generate the sounds and actually program the sounds. And a piece of advice I got when I was doing that is literally try to copy a song that you like. It's like, isn't that plagiarism? It's like, okay, well, you know what plagiarism is, right? If you literally recreated the song and said, I made this, like, obviously. But Sean, just literally try to recreate the sounds. And as it turns out, it's really hard to just make it sound like that thing, and you learn a lot. And then if you say to someone, oh yeah, here's the original track, and I was trying to recreate those noises. Ta-da, no one's just like, Sean, you stop. Like, I'm literally pointing to what I'm doing and doing it for educational purposes. Oh my god, the little kitty. Oh my god, and the eyes. Yes. Oh my god, the snail. Oh, reminds me I should reread Uzumaki over my winter break. Slightly unfinished. Using finish is better than perfect. Hell yeah. I really think a lot of your line work is really crisp and very clever. I love this turtle. Oh my god, his little legs are so cute. Yeah, see, look at how these legs look and the choice of how to position them. This is the cutest place to put these toes. Oh my god, happy butterfly. Ah. Yeah, dragon. A game about a dragon. I'm going to play that game, man. We have this very detailed building. And yeah, no, I really like, again, the what you're emphasizing and what you're not emphasizing in this. And then, well, shit. Dude, you did 15 days. That's awesome. Doesn't matter that you stopped. I think it's terrific. By the way, 1K, so I've taken quite a few Astro photos over the year, but I haven't spent enough time stacking and processing them. I'd like to go back and stack and process one image per week to give each deep sky object its due. All right, I'm going to go to the bottom. Oh, yes. Dude. You took these? This is unbelievable. Wow. Look at this. And then look at that. You can see that there's not as much of a specularity around a lot of these dots. You can see some bleed on a lot of these. Oh, that's so nice. Wow. North American Nebula. Oh, man. I can't. I mean, like, even the originals are unbelievable. Dude, I cannot believe. I certainly take a lot of pictures of Andromeda. I didn't even know you could do this. I didn't even know you were allowed to do this. Like, doesn't someone own the rights to the Andromeda Galaxy? How can you use its image and likeness there? Oh, look at this. Yeah, this is like, is this the sort of bottom right area here? Wow. Wow. Holy shit. Although I didn't get to all the photos. I think 3 I reprocessed look better. Dude, I'll say. I mean, that's incredible. Just the contrast between this. You can see how much less blue there is in the bleed area out here. And like right here, you can see it's sort of this whitish yellow and then a blue ring. And then it just gets cleaned up. I mean, that's incredible. Dude, by the way, 1K, if you got any more, you know where to come give them. Kelsware, Rust Game Dev, bringing it all together. I'm coming in with a rudimentary game logic implemented and a graphics tutorial under my belt. Time to bring it together into a prototype. Oh, look at this. Second and final update. I figured out how to raycast against the map. Spent a day and a half troubleshooting my screen pixel to ray code. Turns out there's an issue with the GPU rendering tutorial that messed up my field of view. Oh my God, yes. Dude, I just want to note there are so many things in games that are so hard to get right that you see happen so often, it's like invisible. Like, imagine that this is a city building game and you are trying to build this dome structure on the tile grid. What has to happen is the camera shoots a ray out to a certain point, or there are techniques for certain ways to do this, where there is a ray being cast from the camera saying, is it intersecting with this object or this object? Which one is it actually intersecting with? Or, you have, in this case, you have a mouse cursor that is on your screen, which is different than the location that it is on in the world. Because, for instance, the height... Is there a pause? Yeah. So if my mouse cursor is here versus here, keep in mind, my mouse cursor just has an XY coordinate. It's a two-dimensional location. But these two hexagons have different XYZ coordinates. So converting that mouse space to the screen space, these kinds of things have so many ways to go wrong, where, for instance, you might move from here down to here, and in this border, like, let me see if I can explain this properly. So you can see right here, it's tough to see clearly because there's no shadows. But when my mouse is here, technically it is intersecting with both this front hexagon and also this back hexagon, because we are looking at a side angle. So if you can imagine drawing a ray from my eyes through the mouse, it's hitting one edge of the top, passing through that and hitting the bottom edge, because, again, we're drawing a ray in 3 dimensions. So which one does it draw on? Can depend on just how your game works to just determine what feels correct and when it snaps over. Because remember, if you're dealing with a 3D space, the 2D doesn't always translate. So just the doing this is, look at how natural it looks. And there's even some corner casey things where, like, the mouse doesn't quite seem to line up with this. I wonder what's going on there. Just getting to look this natural is such a pain in the ass. Such a stupid pain in the ass. Hello, check out my awesome UI. Click to print to STD out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just refuse to do this stuff. I can't believe that you got the rendering framework built yourself. That's amazing. Behold triangles, hex-based city builder in Rust. Like, doing this is actually so hard. This is unbelievable that you've done all this yourself. Because, I mean, this is one of the reasons why I just use Unity or use Unreal. Like, I don't want to have to do all this just basic stuff. Because, I mean, getting it to just look and feel right is so hard. What an achievement. And in the same way that I was talking about sort of chunking and breaking things down into, okay, excuse me. Okay, I know you're happy. Despy. Okay. Ow. Yeah, you can go to the lab. There you go. In the same way that we were talking about with Tuesday Twitch's VFX goals, just, hey, I'm going to fiddle with this and see how it works. You can say things like have a really, really far away long-term goal that's not there as like a pressure. Like, I need to make a really successful hex-based city builder in Rust. It needs to be incredible. No, I'm just going to say, hey, I want to make a city builder in Rust, which means a lot of my decisions are already made for me. I know that it's going to have a lot of buildings. I know I'm going to need to place things on a grid. I know I'm going to want different terrain levels. These are the kinds of things that takes decision-making burden away from you. And you just kind of get guided based upon, oh yeah, well, I'm imagining that I was hired to make a city builder, and so I'm just going to imagine a producer just putting in all these feature requests, and I'm just going to implement them one at a time. Oh my God, dude, we even got 5 gifts from Robert Rome. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs on our final stream of the year. Oh man, creating a cat card game. 30 days, hope to have a playable alpha test of a game I've been working on, currently entitled Cat Cards, from Aaron Hull. Dude, Aaron Hull has been working on I just have some outside information about this. I don't know if it's written here, but I'm going to tell you what it is. There's a lot of fun and joy in card games like Magic the Gathering that it's just really freaking hard to experience for people that aren't willing to get over that initial hump of learning how the game works. And so Aaron Hall has been trying to create a cat card game that kind of taps into the fun of that. Oh my God. Tries to tap into the fun of card games by having characters that are cats and simplifying the rule set. I got to come back here. Update 11:12. Well, time got the better of me as the holiday season is ramping up, but after some time, I have a playable alpha for cat cards. You can see each card. Look at Nori. Has 4 cuteness. We have Pearl. Look, we even have some flavor text for Pearl. We got Mo. Swatter. Anytime. Pay 2, remove a counter on a target cat. If you do, you may also place the same kind of counter on Mo. We got Larry. Larry cannot be targeted by laser pointers. Big stretch. Mao. Oh, cuteness 1. Oh, Larry. Malibu or Boo Boo. Super scaredy cat. I don't know what any time means, but I want to know. Pay 1, flip Boo Boo face down. Oh, we got Bebe. Shuffle all other cats on your side into the deck. If 2 or more cats are shuffled, draw a card. Cuteness 10. Oh my God, Bebe is enormous. June. Draw a card, then put a card in your hand under the deck. Mao. Start of your turn before drawing. Any player may flip Honey. If they do, you draw an additional card. Wire Chewer. That's Desper. Start of your turn before drawing a card. You may pay 2. If you don't, flip Goblin face down. Oh, Mr. Man. These names are amazing. Desmond, Hot Pot, Boingo, Mushu, Freyr, Mr. Teddy. Oh, we got a spray bottle. Oh my God, we have a spray bottle. Cost of 2, remove a counter on target cat. If it was a +1 counter, flip that cat over. If it was a -1 counter, place the cat under the deck. Bad kitty. Oh, cat grass. Oh my God, those are the only 2 action cards. No, a string. Oh my God, couch, peach, muffin, catnip, scratching post. Dude, you're hitting every cat owner resonance humanly possible. I love this. Zaz, brush, box, hiding, laser pointer, loud noise, treat, mean bean, ball. Caught on the counter. It's an event. Pepito. Box Fortress. Charlie. Sneaky Kitty. Wandering Stray. Vet Visit. Oh, no! Designer. Okay, this is the greatest game that's ever been made, man. StarCraft is a trash game made by mediocre developers because they don't know how to make shit cute. Look at the cute contest. Oh, my God. Pearl. Oh, we got some more in there. I assume it's final art. Layout and card creator complete. All right, let me open this up. Let me make sure I don't auto docs. Okay, no, it's the stuff that we were looking at before. Okay, dude, this is incredible. This cat sunglasses, feeding time, bumblebee hat, sombrero, delivery, Dispy. Hi, it's you. Come here. You're a star. Come here. I love you. I love you. Oh, hi, Dispy. Oh, my God. Hi. Yeah, she hates everything I just did. Oh, tartar sauce. Okay, don't chew on this. Yep, there you go. Oh, Bumble. Parents return. Oh, I'm back. Oh, we're purring. We're purring. We're purring over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to give you the scritches. Yeah, look at that little chin. It's out of focus. All right, yep, shake it off. Here. Dispy. Dispy. Hey, Dispy. Dispy. Hey. Hey, Desper. Dispy. Come on, meow. Dispy. Hey, psst. Hey. Hey. Okay. I mean, she's just purring like an absolute lunatic right now. Dispy. 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 Come on. We're not gonna keep doing the review unless you meow. Here, what if I lifted you up? Yeah, Dispy. Hi. Oh, you're so happy. Oh, you love me. Oh, I love you too. All right, that was good enough. All right, sorry I had to abdicate all sense of responsibility as an entertainer. Dude, Aaron Hall. Okay, let me just say, I think that one of the things that I am historically really weak at, I almost think would be an understatement. It's like absent from my brain, which is the joy of emotional resonance. For me, the way that I think about when it comes to like card games or board games is initially from a systems perspective. Like, if we have 4 different resources in this game and each one has a sink, it means that you will never have resources that you cannot spend. And maybe we should do that for not all resources, but maybe our rare resources, it's okay for them not to have the sink, but the common ones probably do. So you should have a lot of decisions with them. And like at no point have we decided if we are collecting stuff to build structures, if it's futuristic, if it's, early America, there's just like all these different settings have a different set of emotional resonances. And like right here, parents return, food refill, Stegosaurus hoodie, harness, SWAT, show and tell, pirate hat, sheriff. Oh my God, sheriff cannot get -1. Cutest counter sheriff. Are you hear that? She's in the closet. Like this is, it's so, I look at it and I want to play the game and I get excited about the game. I don't know the rules, but I'm just seeing things that remind me of being a cat owner. This is brilliant. Oh my God. If you have a rule set, I want to see that shit. And finally, last but not least, learning Godot, aka Godot, and making my first game. I want to try from Arashezi, who I see you in chat. There you are. Wanted to try myself in game dev for a while, and hopefully this will give me enough motivation to make the first step. Honestly, my goal is just to make something that works and learn a bunch of basics in the process, and if by some chance end up with something cool, I'll maybe even participate in the game jam. Okay, I was way less productive last 30 days than I was expecting, but I should probably still do an update on what I did manage to do. I messed around a bit more with different Godot nodes and how they work. In the process, I found character body 2D node that is way more convenient to use than just an image with a script attached to it. Yep. And so my project and scripts became way prettier than they were. I learned how to make collisions work and how to make tile-based maps with walls and how to make objects interact with each other using signals. Here, a character sends a signal to the map when they want to place a rock somewhere, and the map changes based on that. Oh, look at the little guy. Look at his shifty eyes. Whoa, he's gone. And he. Quite disappointed in myself that I lost motivation halfway through and didn't do what I planned initially, but overall I'm still glad I participated in this and I still learned a lot, and I feel a little bit more confident in my ability to find more information if I'll need it. In the end, if I'll try to make a game in the future, I'll at least know where to start. So yay, I think. Dude, here's an opinion I have about learning a new skill. I think it's kind of like each element of that new skill is like spending a few hours learning this word and that verb and this noun in a new language. Until, the first few months of doing that, it feels like, well, I learned this. I don't know what to do with that. That doesn't really help. And so I tried to do something different. I learned a different thing. I guess I know 2 things now. But I feel like there's a turning point that happens a few months in where suddenly all the disparate things connect together. And it doesn't feel like you're learning words one at a time. It feels like you are able to form full sentences. And when you learn a new word, there's a million different things you now know how to say with that one new word because you finally know all the other ones. I mean, Dota works like this. You're spending time just learning a single new hero. Just what does it even do? Oh my gosh, it's hard to even keep track of what my own hero does since I've never played it. And then a little time passes, and you've played a few thousand hours, and then when they say, here's a brand new item, your brain immediately sifts through a bunch of different heroes with a bunch of different builds, a bunch of different counters. There's just so much richness to one little piece of information in the game. And that's what I think that any skill set is like. If you get deep enough, then soon enough you will learn one new thing, and your brain will come up with 50 different ways in which that could apply. But when you're first starting off, it feels like you try 50 things to be able to learn one thing, and that's not it. And that's it. I lost track of my sentence. I got distracted because I was trying to open something up. But yeah, it might feel like you try 50 things and only one learning pops out. But eventually I feel like it'll be the opposite, where you learn one thing and 50 new things pop out. And with that, let me just say that all of you are amazing. If any of you are interested in participating in DK30, you can go to our website, day9.tv. You can go to the DK30 tab at the top, and you can see all the projects that I've been talking about all listed off here, and you can look by categories. You can, go to game dev if you're interested in some of the game dev stuff. You can go to health, was it health, fitness, and food? Is that where I categorize my thing? There I am, day 9, Power Hot V2. And you can read about any person's project. Hell, you can even click on me, and you can see all the various things that I've worked on. And we'd love to have you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to end this segment, and we're going to be starting our AMA in like 90 seconds after that. So if you're interested in asking me stuff, we'll be popping into that in a little bit. But until next time, bye-bye.